So guys, a few days ago, the Sandstorm dev team put up a new state of production post with some info on what they're currently working on and what's coming next in update 1.7. And look, most of it was pretty standard stuff this time around, but there were a few controversial things in there as well. So guys, this is BillyEatWorld again, and let's find out. Alright guys, how you going? Welcome to the video, and to kick off, like I said, this week's State of Production post is mainly focused on giving a quick update on what the team's currently up to. And first and foremost, the devs wanted to let us know that even with the current COVID-19 crisis, and even though they're all working from home, things at New World Interactive are apparently running pretty smoothly. According to the devs, quote, "We originally operated in a remote-only capacity, and only in the last few years have we been able to create a unified site for collaboration together." So, in a nutshell, going back to working remotely hasn't really affected them too much at all, and apparently in the last few months, they've even managed to hire a few new people as well. Now, as for what they're actually working on right now, well, obviously the next big update is going to be update 1.7, and we now know that it will be the Nightfall update. And look, they haven't given us a release date yet or too much new info on this one at all, but just to bring you up to speed with what we already know, Nightfall is the one that's going to add in night versions of all of the maps, as well as some new night weapons and gear. Now, apart from that, we don't really have too much more to go on, but one thing the devs have already confirmed is that the night maps are going to be designed mainly around co-op. But in saying that, though, they did also say a few weeks ago that they should be available in PvP on custom servers, and they also haven't ruled out making PvP modes available in limited time playlists. Alright, moving on, and another thing the devs spoke about in this post is that they're working on trying to make the new player experience a little bit better. And one of the ways they're trying to do this is by redesigning the tutorial level, which is pretty important considering the game is about to come to console in a few months. Now, if you're a veteran player, you're probably not that interested in the tutorial, but what you might be a bit more interested in is that the devs are finally adding in a progression unlock system, which once again probably isn't going to affect you too much directly, but will hopefully change the meta a bit and make games a bit more balanced for everyone by easing new players into the game. Now, really the key to this new unlock system is that in official versus matches, the devs are going to be setting level limits on roles to ease new players into the game class by class. Apparently, all you're going to have unlocked by default at level 0 now is Rifleman, followed shortly by Breacher at level 2, which the devs think should take about 15 minutes of in-game time. Over about 9 to 12 hours of playtime, you'll eventually unlock all 8 classes until you'll finally unlock the Commander role, which is obviously the most complex one, when you reach level 20. And hopefully by then, the devs think you should have an understanding of how the game works, so that when you finally do jump into Commander for the first time, hopefully you'll know what you're doing. But anyway, finally, the last and probably the most controversial thing the devs confirmed in this week's post is that microtransactions will eventually be coming to the game. And look, we don't really have too much info yet on exactly when this is going to be coming or how it's going to work, but what we do know so far is that they'll only be charging an additional cost for cosmetic items only. Now, one of the main reasons the devs mentioned for this is that their, quote, strategy of free updating and extended game support has been a pretty big differentiator, but it's compromised our company's ability to stay independent. And in a nutshell, it looks like they're looking into this option of a more consistent revenue stream to not only fund the current development of the game, but also bigger and more expensive projects in the future. Now, like I said, we don't really have too much info apart from that on what's going to be available through microtransactions, but one thing the devs did hint at was that weapon skins might be available in time. And before this announcement, as far as we knew, weapon cosmetics had officially been ruled out. So I think one positive to all of this is that it's probably going to fund content we wouldn't have seen otherwise. The real question is, though, will this premium content be available for everyone to earn by grinding in-game? Because if it isn't, well, that's bound to generate a lot of controversy. So I think all we can really hope for is that the devs look to community feedback before they make any big decisions on microtransactions. Because I mean, in 2020, unfortunately with the way things are, the risk just might not be worth it if they don't. But anyway, guys, that just about wraps up this quick update video. So as always, make sure you let me know what you think in the comments section down below. And just remember that I can't possibly cover every detail of these posts in just one video. So as always, if you want to find out more info from the devs, well, I'll leave all the links down in the description. As always, though, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please feel free to check out the links in the description if you want to see any more of these videos. And also don't forget you can find my Twitter and Discord links down there if you want to keep in touch. And as always, until next time, see you later, and have a good one.